After the October Revolution in Russia, the communists took power and the Soviet Union was formed. The leader of this union was Vladimir Lenin. But behind this revolution, Stalin was also present. The Soviet Union had a plan to create the world's strongest army, and their soldiers had to be more powerful than soldiers from other countries. That's why, in 1920, Stalin came up with an idea. His idea was to create super soldiers, meaning combining human brains with animal strength. As you know, the animals most similar to humans is the chimpanzee and gorilla. Stalin sent Soviet researchers to Africa and told them to go where there are many chimpanzees and gorillas and mate humans with these two animals in both ways, meaning male gorillas with female humans or male humans with female gorillas, and the same with chimpanzees. Stalin wanted to create soldiers whose strength would be like chimpanzees and gorillas, but their brains would be human. The researchers worked on this for several years. They tried mating different gorillas from around the world, chimpanzees, and different humans, but they didn't find any cases of pregnancy. But why? Why didn't pregnancy happen? Aren't those animals physically close to us? In this video, we want to know why humans can't reproduce with other animals, not about Stalin's idea. For this reason, you should know that most different species are in reproductive isolation. This means reproducing with creatures from different families is not possible. For example, a dog can mate with a wolf because they're from the same family. But for instance, a rooster can't mate with a duck. Humans have tried hard and searched a lot to reproduce with other creatures throughout history. You might say humans and monkeys are still family based on evolution, but you should know they're not currently in the same family. Scientists believe humans split from monkeys 7 million years ago. Even though it took a long time for them to become today's humans, they diverged from each other a long time ago. Even though they were two creatures close to each other, they developed a state where they didn't like each other. We can say this was the first form of racism. Over time, as these two groups separated more and more, gradually, two different lineages emerged, one becoming humans and the other becoming chimpanzees. Perhaps sometime after chimpanzees, another lineage separated and became gorillas. When these separations occur, the possibility of reproduction between them disappears. As you know, the main reason why it's not possible to mate two different lineages is DNA. Mating only happens when their DNAs match. Once they're separated, nothing can be done. Just like trying to fit a four-cornered brick into a three-cornered space, which is impossible. DNA matching is like comparing puzzle pieces. Genetic testing looks at the DNA of two people to see if they have matching puzzle pieces, called DNA segments. The longer the matching piece, the more likely they are related. But it's not just about length. We also need to know where the pieces fit in the DNA puzzle. That's where centimorgans come in. They measure how likely two pieces are to stick together. So, when we look at the length, position, and number of matching puzzle pieces, we can figure out how closely related two people are. This helps with family history and medical research. That's how DNA matching works, helping us understand our genetic makeup and family ties better. The last interbreeding that humans could do with someone other than themselves was with Neanderthals, whose DNA was similar to humans. And even after all these years, their DNA still exists in humans. You might wonder why early humans interbred with Neanderthals but not with gorillas and chimpanzees. Well, the answer is simple. Because Neanderthals were more similar to humans. and their intelligence was closer to humans than gorillas and chimpanzees. That's why early humans didn't discriminate against them and interbred with them. However, Neanderthals became extinct for unknown reasons, and modern humans became better and smarter. It should be reassuring that this is true, that creatures from different families cannot interbreed. If this were possible, considering humans like Stalin, surely there would have been human-animal hybrids like half-human, half-dog, or half-human, half-wolf, or whatever you can imagine. The permission to create the first human hybrids has indeed been issued, but only for medical purposes. Currently, there are many ethical debates surrounding this issue, and we prefer not to delve into them. But only for a minute. Imagine if in sports competitions, some humans were half leopard, or in wrestling matches, humans who were half gorilla. It's interesting to know that this was Stalin's idea, and at that time, nobody could intervene. And due to a lack of medical resources, Stalin's plan to improve the army with the help of hybrid humans never came to fruition. Doctors at that time knew that human DNA is 95% similar to chimpanzees, and that a 5% difference prevented chimpanzees and humans from mating with each other. Well, borrowing characteristics from animals might seem like a good idea to improve our species, but it could lead to many issues. First, we've seen how some people mistreat others who are different, so think about how they'd react to the first human-animal hybrids. In my opinion, the biggest problem would be giving human intelligence to uncontrollable animals. It's hard to predict whether a gorilla with a human brain and mind would be good or not, similar to the idea of giving human brains to robots, which you can watch on the channel if you're interested. Believe me or not, it's very tempting. Would you want the strength of a bear, or the eyes of an eagle, or the wings of birds? Which one would you choose? Please share your thoughts.